to elective Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native American, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. Got to give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles. The great millstone led me to this truth. I live with and support the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of the judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 9. It's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. So deal with this stuff before I got to go to the plantation. I don't have as much time as I normally do. So we're talking about hundreds of rockets fired at Israel by law. Some of these articles. Lord willing, all the brethren out there today are doing, and children that are in this truth, and the ones that are coming into this truth new. We want to say shalom and stay. We're almost out of here. About time to wake up. I'm out of sleep. Millstone. You led us to this truth, been ordained by the Lord. Like how to live. All those who are part of the elect. And for the trial and so forth. It comes to light. The judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5 and it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. It's a lot for the internet situation. I pay for hotspot, so I don't really got great internet all the time. So we're gonna get into this. It says economist Peter Skiff says safe in any bank. Warns of financial crisis, depressions. They were gonna go into a crisis. Then economist and gold bug Peter Skiff said the U.S. banking crisis, U.S. economy is headed in an interview last week on One American News Network. Okay, so citing the mess that the Fed made by keeping interest rates low for so long, complained about that enabled banks to load up on low-yielding, overpriced term debt, treasuries, and mortgages. Moreover, he stressed that the government regulators push banks into these securities with favorable accounting, favorable for government securities or anything guaranteed by the U.S. government. He warned a lot of more banks are going to fail. So they're letting you know while you got these other articles coming out talking about the bank isn't going to fail. How the money's going to keep going. For the higher ups, they're letting you know they're having to come up with another alternative because it's about to crash. So we'll go right here. It says Trump says the U.S. may well default on its 31 now. Says Republicans need to secure massive debt, massive spending cuts in response. I am not president. When asked how he would negotiate. Okay, so this is just him kind of in this, this is like them kind of just, he's kind of like back in that seat. And more than likely, he's gonna be president again. Okay? A lot of people trust in this, okay? So, anyways, this is just the kind of, they letting this happen. Okay. Now look, because I don't want to get too much into it because I ain't got a lot of time. So I say to the Republicans out there, congressmen, senators, you massive cuts, you're going to have a default, says Trump. And they're not going to do massive cuts. They've been raising it. And they want, because like we said yesterday, Revelation 17:17, Lord wants this place to go against each other. However, when Trump was in power, he said that he used as a negotiating tactic on a spending deal. The nation is set to default its debt less than 3 weeks on June 1st. So you know what that means? That means that anybody who's paying jobs, you're not getting paid. Anybody who's doing trash, city jobs, you're not paid. Any government job on the planet in America, Babylon, and Great, you're not getting paid if they don't fix this. And if they were going to fix it, then they would have, but they don't want to do that. They want to pressure you into the sea hill. Okay? That's what they want. So we're going to get into speaking of Proverbs, and if you want to go read into it and get into it, that's fine. But they're letting you know this place is not headed anywhere good coming to this place. Okay? Period. So this is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14. I'm telling you right now, I want to thank Yahawashi for giving me another day to exalt the name of Yahawashi me. But the Lord's been here for me. And I thank him for it through these tough times. I'm going through droughts before even to be tested because I'm new in the truth. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14, and it reads, frowardness. Come on, man. Frowardness is in his heart, which is his mind, talking about him so-called white man, and then everybody else who follows him. He that deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord against brethren. I read this yesterday, but I want to come down to here. And the reason and what's going to happen because he does this is what's going to happen. Shall his calamity come suddenly? Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. That's what the Lord's going to do to these Edomites and everybody else who's them instead of clinging to the body of great millstone. Lord's men. The true Lord, period. You can accept it or not. Isaiah chapter 5, and it reads, moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust. The multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passeth away from them and condemned submissives. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly. See, it's going to happen. Just like this place, it's going to be suddenly a sudden crash. Everybody's going to start being terrified about it. And they're just saying that other article, nobody's money saved. Nobody's saved from Jacob's trouble. Just going to have to, it's really Jacob that's going through it because the other nations, they have their bunkers and everything, and they're going to hide and everything. But at the house of the heart say, this is Esau's trouble too. This is the end of his kingdom. And if Esau's is Esau's trouble, that means that nobody is safe because he runs everything over here in the physical world. Slocky in the physical world. Job 4, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of judges thereof, which means they literally covered up judgment. Okay? And they also covered the face of it. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 5, and it reads, moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude shall be as chaff that passes away, and it shall be at an instant suddenly. Yeah, that's Isaiah 29:5, what I just read. So let me see. Yeah. So now we're gonna do Isaiah 30:13. You can just look at it like this is a movie, And the Lord's prophets, which is his mouthpiece, are rolling the credits for your ass from this place. Okay? You can get down and come to repentance and do right and do what the Lord said. Because repentance is just, I'm sorry. Okay? It's a way deeper understanding. Okay? It's coming back to the ways of old. You got to be qualified as well. And you got to stick with it. Okay? And another thing, if you're going to do all that stuff, Yahawashi to come through and fulfill his promise. And we do expect him to come through. We're not proud saying that. He said that we can ball all day long. Yahawashi is going to come for us. As long as we stay in this truth, occupy ourselves in prophecy, stick with the brotherhood. What he says do, don't be playing around. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13, and it reads, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach wall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Isaiah 47:1. Okay? So what's happened to this place? Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Isaiah 47:1. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Place finna get rid. He's finna get rid of this place. This is Luke chapter 21, verse, and it reads, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts, which is your mind, be overcharged with and drunkenness and cares of this life." See, we ain't supposed to be caring about what's going on over here. And so that day come upon you unawares. So you're supposed to be staying occupied in prophecy. Yeah, we still got to go to work and stuff like that. But all we think about is Yahawashi all day. We don't think about it, have to deal with things in this earth, but we're thinking about how we're going to serve Yahawashi. And if we have the liberty to be able to listen and do things during those times we're at work or the times that we're able to go seek the Lord, we're doing it. You don't want to have no time. And of course, sometimes you get tired. I get it. We're all tired. But hey, there's no mission done for Yahawashi. Matthew 13, verse 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is that he that heareth the word and unknown with joy receiveth it. See? That stone is Yahawashi. That's truth. Yet he has not root in himself. He endures for a while, but the persecution arises because of the word. By and by he is offended, and that's 2/3. That's what they do. But we're over here on good soil, okay? And these people are not. You got to be rooted in this truth, Or as soon as persecution come, you're going through, some of the stuff I'm going through. Like I haven't even want to explain it, but there's things that that I can't even do that would make you feel like you're not even a human, okay? Not even nothing, okay? But I'm still gonna do the work, And I'm not the kind of person to try to be someone who's hard for me. I ain't no charity case. I'm serving you. How about some house over here? And I ain't no bitch. Okay, I love you. How about some house I love the brotherhood, and I'm gonna serve regardless. Period. Okay, that's how you're supposed to think in this thing. Okay, you get rebuked or whatever, you need to be a man in this thing. Period. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, and it reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child not escape." And of course, some of us break down sometimes. All of us go through stuff. That's just. So this is Revelations chapter 3, verse 3. But you got to pick yourself up. It says falls down 1,000 times. Get up and go hard. That's all we can do. Revelation chapter 3. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, come upon thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know the hour I will come upon thee. See? Plan. Micah chapter 4, verse 10. And this is what's going to happen during this time. We're going to get spiritual powers if we stay strong and we keep our faith in Yahawashi. Rise and thresh, O daughter of Zion. Michael chapter 2, O daughter of Zion, talking about the men. For I will make thine horn iron, and horn means power. And I will make thy hooks brass, shall beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord Yahawashi, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. The Lord's going to come back and pay recompense all these people who've done all this wickedness to Israel. And we're not going to, if you don't repent, convert. Isaiah 54:17. Formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahawashi, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahawashi. See, us, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So the only righteousness we have is in Yahawashi. So right here it says hundreds of rockets fired and deadly airstrikes in Gaza. Okay, see if I can play this.
Joining me now on all of this for an exclusive interview is the Palestinian Mohammed Shtayyeh. Welcome, Prime Minister from Ramallah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can I ask you, in the end, it comes down to people and to death and to mourning and to the ongoing.
Yep.
We have a young 15-year-old Palestinian boy who's been shot and killed by security.
This book is full of lament woes, and now they get to be a part of it. They've been living in peace this whole time, been good after they took over us.
Security for Israeli says we also have the mother of two sisters, Israeli-British sisters. They were killed, and now the mother has died of her injuries. I want to know your feelings about all of this after all your years in power. But how is your government with the Israeli government to de-escalate tension and try to restore security?
Well, by all means, occupation in itself is a source of all violence. As we have seen it, is not only yesterday, but every single day. This Israeli government in particular has adopted a special policy that one can call to kill policy. Since the beginning of the year, 96 Palestinians have been killed. A number of them, including this 15-year-old boy, has been killed, 75 years old.
And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to retaliate. It's going to be more. So, what I want to go to instead of getting all into that, the latest violence came at the Israeli military airstrikes earlier in the week, killed 3 leaders of the Palestinian militant group and 10 other Palestinian men. So that's a big deal. Okay. So, the Ministry of Health in Gaza said 25 people have been killed, 76 injured because the airstrike started on Tuesday among the casualties. Tuesday, 7 Wednesday, and 3 Thursday, according to the ministry. So now when you go down here, this is how much shot. It said more than 500 rockets were fired from Gaza toward Israel in the recent barrage, according to the IDF time Thursday. That was this morning. Of those, 154 were intercepted. By 110 fell short. So it says out of total, 158 of them have been struck. Okay, it's going down over there. Okay, it is war. This is war. Okay, fucking going down. They sent 500 missiles in that motherfucker. It was trying to hit every single one of them. Okay, talking about what do you think they're doing about it? They're shooting missiles back. Okay. Israel is a very frightening day for Israeli and Palestinians because they're both getting missiles launched everywhere. Palestinian militants in Gaza have fired more than 460 rockets at it. And it was more. So I would say 500 plus. and that its military hit more than 130 militant targets in Gaza. The heaviest fighting in 9 months. 6 people, 45 injured in Gaza. So they shot all that back, you know, and they got different numbers because they don't really know. You know, they just know where they assess the damage. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some precepts because I'm running out of time. Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 1. And it reads, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Bahasham Yahawashi. And you know, that other half is, you know, they're gonna be destroying, you know, some of us are gonna get killed, you know, coming into this truth. And then, you know, this is also applies to bring none. So, you know, some of us are gonna get killed dying in this faith, but we're not gonna be, it's not gonna, okay? So now we got Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4. We're gonna hold down Yahawah Yahawashi in this doctrine. That's all we got. So Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4, I shall not spare me, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee. Thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Hashem Yahawashi. You know, and the Lord's training me right now to show me, hey man, I'm good. All I need is my God me, and that's it. I'll figure everything else out because Yahawah Yahawashi is going to make sure, because he has been doing that. And Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 18, therefore I will also deal in my fury, mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet I will not hear them. The Lord's not hearing these people because they don't want to come back to repentance. So right now, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 21, and this is the kind of you want to have. Okay? So let me go back just one verse. So this is Romans chapter 11, verse, let's start in. So that will say then the branches were broken off that he grafted in. Okay, so some of these, all the natural branches were broken off. Talking about, you know, the Israel didn't want to believe and things like that. They were broken off. Well, because of the unbelief, they were broken off. Stand is by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. So we're not supposed to be high-minded. We're supposed to boast that, hey, what the Lord says, He's gonna take care of us. It's verse 21, and it reads, for if power spare not the natural branches, take heed, spare not these. You see? So we can't be high-minded thinking that you know we're anybody. We're no here to exalt the name of Yahawah Yahawashi. We're to wake up the elect so we get the fuck out of here. That's it. We don't want no praise. We don't want nothing. We just want understanding that you see that we love Yahawah Yahawashi, and you need to get your life right with it. Isaiah 9:9. Though the wrath of the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi of hosts is in the land dark, and the people shall be as fuel of air. No man shall spare his brother. And that's what's happening right now on a small scale. That's not even a big scale. So now we got right here. I got just a little bit more, and I got to close out, and I got to go. So right here it says biological already exists for the rich. Hyperbaric chambers can show aging, treat injuries faster and reverse long COVID, but could cost you thousands. They're already trying to do stuff like this because, you know, you have you have movies that show that they kind of do this stuff. Like they're called what's it called? It was called Passengers. You got called or you know, they got the Halo, the game Halo. They was in the cryo chambers, do this kind of stuff. If you were told that there was a way to de-age yourself, recover from injury faster, reverse the effects of COVID, you would be forgiven for being skeptical. Okay. It says that therapy involves a pressure machine for 1 to 2 hours and breathing in 100% pure oxygen, which helps repair and replace damaged cells. The problem is, however, is the weeks of sessions can cost upwards to $50,000, and that's what these people are doing. Okay, they're doing this kind of stuff. Okay, that's what it looks like right there. Okay, so now we're just gonna put in a couple of scriptures, and we're gonna move on. Revelations chapter 13, verse 2. And it reads, and the beast, nation, NATO, and the EU, which I saw was like unto, oh wait, hold on. That's not right. That's talking the leopard, which is Esau, Edom, but we're not gonna get into that. So and actually I think it's right after that. Hold on. It's right after that. Yep. This is verse 3, Revelation chapter 13, verse 3. Okay. I really wanted to use this other one to talk about they did wonders in the sight of the beast. But I'm gonna do this first. Revelation chapter 3, and I saw one of the heads as they were wounded to death, and the deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And see, that's what they wondered after this beast, this new revived Roman Empire, the little horn, America, Babylon the Great. Verse 4, and they worshiped the dragon, and the dragon, Roman Empire, is the Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war? And that's how they act like with America, Babylon the Great. You know, they act like who's gonna make war with them? They got all the chariots. And this is what the Lord had to say about it. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. And we know that's Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. You can even look on the back of the dollar, there's a pyramid. We're in New Egypt. Deuteronomy chapter 28 says we'll come over here on ships again into Egypt again. We know this is where we're at. It says, woe them that go down to Egypt for help, and they horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahawashi. They don't. They don't. You know, and that's cool. It's gonna have a cost. It's gonna have a cost. If you don't want to wake up and see that Yahawashi has all the whole, and he's the one moving everything, and you come to submission and come to his brotherhood, and right, then you're not gonna have no excuse. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 15. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There's a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and that's what I'm saying. We ain't scared to die for you. Because we know that we're going to come right back if we do. And there is a wicked man that prolongs his life in wickedness to think that they're going to get out of here and they're going to make it, but they're just going to wake up and they're going to go into slavery. Never. Make your decisions. Think you can get in this little cryo chamber where you're going to be saved. That's what these Edomites is doing. So this says Biden warns the whole world in trouble as if the U.S. defaults in debt. I don't want to get too far into this because, you know, we talked about it at the earlier video. But, you know, that's his warning. He did a warning. Trump did a warning about the CNN showdown. It turned into a disaster for all, including me. So warning going out by top-ranking official Edomites. Okay? And that's all I wanted to show. You watch a little bit of it, you can, but, you know, I got to go to the plantation soon, so I got to get this out. Isaiah. I'll ride my bike all the way over there. It takes time. Isaiah 13, verse 17. Okay, and this is going to be dealing with that. Okay, and they're saying it's going to be a problem because all these other nations do not need this place in their petrodollar no more. Isaiah 13, 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard in silver for gold. They shall not delight in it. Because why? Because they make money over there cheaper. They make money over there, and they're doing good in their own land to come up with their own profit. You know, without this place now. You know, they've got strong enough to make their own economy after banding together. Ezekiel chapter 7:19. And of course, they might still, some of them still might make, most of them are not using the dollar anymore. This is Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed, and their gold shall not be able to deliver them. In the day of the wrath of the Lord, Yahawashi, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels. It is the stumbling block of their iniquity. These people, that's what they believe in. They believe that this money is going to save them. That's cool. You got to find out. The only thing that's going to save you is Yahawashi, and you got to be part of the chosen. No, we just hope to be part of the chosen. But if we're not, we're going to die in glory with Yahawashi. We're going to come back here and we're going to reign with the Lord willing. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 7. And therefore I will bring strangers upon you, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against thy beauty and thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's what's coming. They're warning everybody. And while that's happening, this is what's going on. Thousands of migrants pouring to Mexican processing center on the way to the U.S. because the Title 42 is being eliminated today. You know, and there's another article. It said they had about 80,000. They had about 80,000 people, you know, in this line. Okay, trying to get. Okay, and then also Tokyo Bay was shaken by a strong dawn earthquake. And I said it didn't cause no tsunamis or nothing, but you know, some people got injured and stuff. You know, I'm gonna put in this precept. I gotta get out of here. You know, I usually do about a whole hour, but I had to speed this up. So a lot of trials this week, and woke up with a lot of pain, a lot of pain in my back. You know, it's on the floor. So I listened to Apostle Tahar. Apostle Tahar would say he used to go to the West Camp. When he used to go to the One West building, he used to sleep on the floor in the building because they trusted him. They gave him some keys, and now that kind of gave me some encouragement. Like, hey man, our elders and apostles went through this. Man, it's a blessing to be dwelling through the same. It's a blessing to be going through the same troubles and struggles that they went through. You know, because it just shows how more we're connected. You know, we all going through this kind of stuff, but we got to endure for Yahawashi, just like he did for us. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, and ye shall hear of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, you know. And that's what's coming for our people, you know. They don't understand what's coming. The terrible of the nations, everything else that's going to take place here. That's all I got for right now. Lord willing, I can have enough time to come back and do another small lesson before. And Lord willing, this is edifying to the flock. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Bahasham, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone led me to this truth. And been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness every day. It always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. And it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 2 Peter. And we got the Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, talking about how, you know, his judgment always comes to light. 3 verse 9. So, you know, Salakia for not doing as long videos I normally do. I try to do at least an hour. You know, I wanted to bring across a couple things, you know, that hopefully it's edifying to the flock. Others and apostles always say, and all the other brethren, blah, 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 blah. You want to see this place come down. The Lord willing.